Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to go over with you some of my personal techniques that I use to safely haul my Honda Goldwing inside of my enclosed trailer. Now, there's a lot of techniques that a rider may use to haul their motorcycle on a trailer, but in this video, I'm going to go over with you my personal techniques that I use to safely haul my Honda Goldwing inside of an enclosed trailer. So let's get started. So before I show you how I actually strap down the Honda Goldwing inside of the enclosed trailer, there's three things that you need to purchase, or three things that I highly recommend that you need to have a successful trip hauling your motorcycle. The last thing you want to do is have your motorcycle to fall over inside of the trailer, causing thousands of dollars worth of unnecessary damages. There's three things I want to go over with you. The most important thing would be the wheel chalk. Make sure you purchase a good wheel chalk. The wheel chalk that I recommend is the Condor wheel chalk. And the thing I like about the Condor is it's self-locking. When I pull the Honda Goldwing inside of the trailer and roll onto the Condor wheel chalk, it actually locks the Honda Goldwing into place. I can dismount the bike without any help from other people holding up the bike, and then I can strap down the Honda Goldwing. The thing about some of your less expensive wheel chalks, they may not lock the front wheel into place. So as a result, when you pull the motorcycle into the trailer, you have to have some assistance to actually hold up the motorcycle, or you have to put the motorcycle on a kickstand just so you can start strapping down the motorcycle. The only thing that I do not like about those particular wheel chalks is, for some reason, if your straps failed or came loose, you could actually tip over the motorcycle and cause thousands of dollars worth of unnecessary damage. So don't cheap out on a wheel chalk, but you want to get a good wheel chalk like the Condor wheel chalk. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video of where you can actually pick up the wheel chalk that I actually use to haul my Goldwing. Make sure you got a good wheel chalk like the Condor wheel chalk. The second thing that I highly recommend would be some good anchors. You want to make sure that you got some good strong anchors. Now, they sell anchors in different tensile strength. Just make sure that you get a good thick anchor to secure the Honda Goldwing to the actual trailer. Also, keep in mind that you want to make sure that your anchor is mounted through the subframe of the trailer, preferably. Now, they do sell some kits out there where you could actually put your anchors through the floor and put a metal plate on the other side of the wood and bolt your anchor to that metal plate. That technique actually works. I don't recommend it, but it does actually works. I prefer drill through the subframe of the trailer. Now you have a good strong mounting point for that anchor, and that anchor is not going to fail. So if you got a good high tensile strength anchor and you have went through the subframe of the actual trailer, that anchor is not going anywhere. You could use the metal plates. I just don't recommend it. So make sure having a good anchor and a good anchor point on the trailer or inside of the enclosed trailer. And last but not least, you want to make sure that you got some good straps. I highly recommend motorcycle straps, preferably. Now, you can go out to Home Depot or Harbor Freight and pick up some inexpensive straps. I just highly recommend if you would use motorcycle straps. You want to make sure that those straps are strong and are designed to keep the motorcycle in position when you're bouncing up and down the road. So those three things are very important when it comes to having a successful motorcycle trailering experience. Remember, wheel chalk is number one. Number two is a good anchor and a good anchor point. And three would be the proper straps. As long as you got those three things, you should have a good, successful trailer hauling experience. So I'm going to show you how I actually strap down the Honda Goldwing inside of the enclosed trailer. You must have the proper anchor points. You want to make sure that you got some good mounting points for your ratchet straps. Some of the places that you do not want to put the straps would be the handlebars. Do not strap down your handlebars. Now, they actually sell in some of these bike shops some of the straps that go along across the handlebars. Do not strap down your Honda Goldwing from the handlebars. I'm going to show you exactly where you can strap down the Honda Goldwing if you do not have any good anchor points. And to do this, very simple. I highly recommend these eye loops. These are soft eye loops, motorcycle straps. And we're going to use these for the anchor points to the front of the Honda Goldwing. These are soft straps, and I'm going to show you exactly where to put this, how this is going to work. You're going to loop around the fork holder, and you're going to make a loop, and that way you can cinch. It's going to tighten up. Very simple, very easy. Just going to get close so you guys can see that. You got an eye loop on each side. It doesn't matter which side you loop. You want to make sure when you go around the fork holder, you're going to push it through, and you're going to make a tight loop, and you're going to do that twice. So we're going to have a mounting point to the right and to the left of the front fork holder using these soft eye loops. Nice and easy. Put the bike back in neutral. I'm going to turn off the bike. Okay. The thing I like about this Contour wheel chalk is now I can exit the bike without putting down the kickstand or having additional people to help hold up the motorcycle. So I'm going to dismount the Honda Goldwing. And now I can let that bike go. I can walk around. I can put my straps on. And I can do this without any assistance from any other person, because sometimes you're by yourself and you're not going to have any help. So it's so important to have a good wheel chalk. And this bike is not going anywhere. I mean, it's secure. Okay, so if you look underneath the front of the Honda Goldwing, I actually have two eye loops, and I have them to where the loops come out, one on the right and one on the left. Very simple. And when you're putting your straps around the fork holder, reach around, make sure that you're not grabbing any wires or grabbing any hoses that may be right in this vicinity. You want to make sure that you go around the fork holder only. Do not go around the brake hoses or any lines that may be underneath this fork holder area. Now keep in mind that I do have the Gold Strike mounts. If you guys missed the video of me installing these Gold Strike mounting points on the front of the Honda Goldwing, I'll leave a link in the description of this video where you can see how to attach these things. And you can actually attach your straps to these. I'm not really a big fan of attaching my straps in this area, because this piece here could actually break. It's just aluminum. I don't really trust it. The Gold Strike brackets are strong, but the mounting points to me would be the weak link. So you could use this area to strap down your Honda Goldwing. I just prefer to put the soft eye loops around the fork holder for a more secure point. I have my straps. These are my motorcycle straps, and I can connect right here to the eye loop that I have here on the floor that's mounted to the subframe. And now I can strap this puppy down. I'm not going to tighten it down all the way. I just want to show you how I actually strap it down. I have a second strap here on the front, and I'm doing this with one hand. You want to make sure your straps are straight. Make sure your straps are straight. You may have to take it off and readjust. Make sure that that strap is nice and straight. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that the strap is nice and straight. Now I can take my motorcycle strap. I'm just gonna crank it down just to show you. So as you can see, the strap is not touching anything. It's right there in the perfect place. It's not touching the fairing, it's not touching the forks. I mean, it's just right there. Same to the other side. You can always flip the hook around if you need to. But if you have it strapped in the right place, it's not even going to touch the bike once everything is strapped down. So as you can see, you got two good mounting points right underneath the front of the fork holder. So now that you have the front strapped down, all you have to do at this point is just make sure that your straps are tight. And once you make your final adjustments, you can just tie your loose end around the ratchet just to keep it from coming loose. So looking at the rear of the Honda Goldwing, I have a couple different anchor points that I could actually use. I'm going to use the one that's actually to the rear angle of the back wheel. I actually have a strap here next to the back wheel, but I don't want to use this anchor point. I'm going to use the anchor point that's kind of sits behind the rear wheel. So I'm going to take my strap, I'm going to hook to my anchor point. I'm going to take my second strap. I'm going to feed my strap through the rear wheel. I want to make sure that my anchor is nice and straight. I'm going to put that right here, hook it right toward the rear. That's going through the rear wheel. You want that strap nice and straight. Next, I can take my ratchet, feed it through. Want to make sure this is straight. Now you can strap down. As you can see, you can strap down that rear wheel. And that makes the bike sit towards the floor. And then tie up your loose ends. So when you're looking at the Honda Goldwing, you can see that strap kind of going at an angle toward the rear. You could also take like a microfiber towel or something soft if you want to put it in between the strap and the wheel if you're concerned about any scratching. We got 4 anchor points, one toward the rear. We have another on the front. Same on the other side. And this thing is not going anywhere. I've never had an issue hauling my trailer using the technique that I'm showing you here in this video. And this will conclude my video on how I actually haul my Honda Goldwing inside of my enclosed trailer. Again, there's a lot of different techniques that some riders out there will use to haul their motorcycle, and I'm not saying that those techniques are incorrect. I'm just showing you how I do it. I've never had an issue. I've never had a problem. I've never had a tip over. I've never had a close call. So far, this technique that I'm using have worked 100% of the times, and I've never had a problem. If you guys have any questions or comments, I'm sure you're going to put it down in the comment section below, and be sure to click the like button. And if you haven't already, take the opportunity to click the subscribe button. And I'll see you a little bit later out here in the Caliente enclosed trailer. Thank you.